Okay. Hello and welcome to Roy's Rambles. Now today we're here at the Bridgewater Canal in Salford, and we're going to take a look around. But before we do that, I'd like to say thank you to anybody who's subscribed, and thank you to anybody who's given us a like or a dislike. And for anybody who's made comments, negative or positive, then I'd also like to thank those people as well. I appreciate the positive comments, but in some ways the negative comments are more helpful in terms of helping us improve the channel. Now if you have any questions, don't hesitate. So I think we'll go and have a look at our first thing, which is Barton Swing Bridge, considered to be one of the 7 industrial wonders of the world at the time. Below us is the Manchester Ship Canal, and to the left of us is the actual aqueduct which carries the Bridgewater Canal across the Manchester Ship Canal. To our left you'll see the actual swing bridge which actually crosses the road, and to the right of the swing bridge is the actual control tower to actually control the movement of both bridges, the road bridge and the canal aqueduct bridge. Now we're going to have a walk down and just get a better view of this amazing structure. So I think we'll leave. Stood on the swing bridge now. That's the road bridge, and if you look to the right, then you can see this amazing structure and how it works, crossing the that wobble was a big bus going across. Yeah, you can get a good look at the structure, and you can see what an amazing piece of engineering, feat of engineering it was. If you go and look across the bridge into the distance, and ahead of us across the bridge, you can actually see Barton Bridge, the M60, crossing the canal, and you can't see it from here, but further on there's a set of locks, Barton locks. So you might as well get us going over Barton Bridge. It's not Barton Bridge, it's Barton Viaduct, it's called. It's only the canal, so I suppose it is a viaduct. And then if you can pan left when we're going over it, you know, when we get kind of into the middle of it, right sides of the clock. If you look down the canal now, you'll see down there, you'll see clocks. Now to put it on to, you know, to frame magnification. There you go. You see the locks? Yeah. This piece of artwork really has been engraved into a kind of relief with this writing on it and these illustrations. Now, as you can see, each of these representations of coal basically have been engraved into relief, and in some ways they remind me of the old blocks that they used to use in printing presses. Very, very reminiscent of that. Behind me is the actual exit out of this basin onto the Bridgewater Canal through this tunnel which goes beneath the road. There's also artwork behind me that you can see. You can't actually get down to it. And to my right, there's again some more artwork of an industrial nature. We all know what this is. We all know what this is, or we all should know what this is. For those who don't know, it's a lamp. The type of lamp that they take down the mines. Obviously this isn't a real one. It looks like it's been cast in bronze, about twice the size of the original lamp. Now in front of me is the actual rock face, which is where the actual entrance to the underground mines and underground canal system actually goes. In front are the barges, or representations of the barges that used to work in those narrow, shallow canals that they used to fill with coal. And that's the things that are lozenge shape and look a bit like long coffins. Now, the most interesting thing about this particular place is that this is where Bridgewater's canal actually started. It actually started from this spot, and you can actually go down and have a look at where those boats used to come out, and it is a real important piece of history. But of course, Salford Council, in their wisdom, have decided to lock the gates so we can't actually go down. At the stairs down there's a walkway, and you're supposed to be able to go down, but of course Salford Council have locked them all up. Only they would know the reason why. Perhaps they don't care about our heritage, I don't know. But if we have to lock everything away from the public for fear that somebody's going to spray something with a spray can and that somebody's going to have to come and clean it off, then we're getting into a sorry state. So in front of you, you should be able to see the entrance to the underwater canal system, and as you pan across, you should be able to see the exit. Coming out of this rock face. I'm afraid that's the best we can do for now. However, we'll put the drone up and have a look at the general area. Can't do too much because it's a fairly busy road, but do our best for you. So we're on the humpback bridge over the canal, the Bridgewater Canal, that goes back to Worsley in that direction, and which goes up to Runcorn in that direction. We are going to take a look at the up and down the canal. If you want to pan to the right mark, then you can see the canal quite clearly. You see some of the narrow boats on the canal. You can also see a wide beamed boat there. So presumably this canal has double locks. Now, if you pan to the left, you can see the canal going off in the other direction. You can also see how much of a humpback bridge this particular bridge is. And as you watch these guys, I'd also draw your attention to the pit head, which is actually home of the Lancashire Mining Museum, I believe, and I think it used to be called Astley Green Pit when it was in full production many years ago. Now we're going to go and just take a look at the entrance to the pit, and probably end this video there. Before we do that, I think we will go and have a look at another unique piece of history and another wonder, really, of the industrial age of the railways. A couple of miles in front of me, heading over towards Cadizhead, is the very first railway line from Manchester to Liverpool, passenger railway line, and it's the piece of line that the rocket ran along when it went from Manchester to Lime Street Station. It's also the same piece of line where the Rainhill trials took place, and where the first person was ever killed on the railway. So before we go and have a look at the pit entrance, we'll take the card over to the level crossing. Now, that particular level crossing is a manned level crossing. It's one that you have to open and close the gates yourself. So that should be interesting. Yeah, on a very, very famous piece of track. And the piece of track is the first railway line that ran from Manchester to Liverpool. And this piece of track is a piece of track that the rocket actually ran along in the first railway. And it's also the piece of track, if you go further up, where the Rainhill trials were carried out. So a piece of history right where we're standing. And marvellous. Now, we've come over the Bridgewater Canal, which runs through Runcorn, to cut across Cadizhead Moss to try and film the Manchester Ship Canal at Earlham Locks, and also the old river. Anyways, I'll leave it there for now. Start again. Yeah. We're here today at the Lancashire Mining Museum, and this is going to be where this particular YouTube video ends. But don't worry, we'll be coming back in a day or two to actually do a separate shoot of this particular mine. Supposed to be the largest winding engine of its type in Europe, and well worth a look round. Now, If you've enjoyed this video, if you want to help us make more videos, then please subscribe. If you'd like to make a comment, that would be wonderful. If it's positive, that would be wonderful. If it's negative, that would also be wonderful, as even negative comments, they help us to improve the making of these videos, and they're very much appreciated. And so I'll just say goodbye from Roy's Rambles, and have a pleasant